Okay, what a midlife crisis looks like. And midlife crisis dating. I'm so excited. I'm so happy to share I met somebody who has a freaking personality. Ha! That only took like 18 tries. So this guy asked me about a date, and I've never been asked on a date like that, the way that he asked me. So that was kind of impressive, and I just seen right there like, this seems like some personality, but I didn't want to get too excited at that point. Not yet. All right. So I wasn't going to do what he asked me to do because I really didn't know him, because we're talking about like jumping on his motorcycle and driving like, I don't know, an hour away or something like that. No, I don't know you. Nobody I know knows you. We're not going to do that. We're going to do something like close. So I was like, okay, we just, I'm just going to throw on a pair of jeans. You let me know where to meet you. And that's that, like hang out, talk, whatever. But he was pretty insistent in like a real date. Okay, so I went to this place for dinner. It was a pretty nice place. Although I have to say, I really wasn't too very impressed with it. Well, I mean, I wasn't impressed with the server, but the waiter knew nothing about wine. Help me! Ha! So I met up with him. He's adorable. Yeah, good looking guy. Yeah, so we had dinner and it was great conversation. It was so easy to converse with this guy. And he has personality. Oh my God. Can I say that enough? This guy has a personality. Apparently, he didn't get the memo either, or he tossed it out. Whatever, I'm so happy. Ha! He asked me about going out on another date with him. I said yes, because he has personality. If nothing else, I like to hang out with people that have a personality. And he's funny. He seems intelligent. So I said yes. And then he gives me the box of Godiva chocolates and tells me he got those to guilt me into a second date. Well, he didn't have to use it because I said yes. Then the second date, I actually went ahead and did that on the motorcycle, hour away kind of date like he asked me originally in the first place. I did do that. But I'll tell you, the first date, I told him if I was going to do that, I needed to get a picture of his driver's license, a picture of his vehicle tags, so that I can run a background check on him, a thorough one. And he had no problem. He just whipped that right out and let me take pictures of these things. Even though I gotta tell you, the picture on his driver's license was not the greatest picture. Who has a good driver's license picture anyway? Nobody. I swear they wait for you to look as retarded as you can, and then they snap the picture. And that's what they stick on your license, of course. Ha! So then I came home with a smile on my face, and my aunt was very surprised because I've done other dates before and I came home like, boring. And I told her I had another date just a couple of days, like 3 days later, which is not something I usually would do. It would have to be longer than that. And I told her that we have to check him out. So I gave her the picture of his driver's license and his vehicle tags, and she researched him. She comes in and tells me a little while later, I don't remember if it was that night or the next night, but she comes in and tells me he's clean as a whistle. They found nothing. Okay. So I met up with him a couple days later. You know, I had the day off, so it was great. It was like a whole day thing that we did. We drove all the way down to St. John's Pass. And again, it was a very good date. So then we had a third date the next day. And that's something I don't do. See somebody 2 days in a row? I don't do. But he was so fun. So we went to the movies and then we stopped out for a drink. So then we arranged a fourth date. But I ended up with an issue with my car, so I didn't feel comfortable with just driving up and meeting him. So I had messaged him and let him know that I couldn't meet up with him because I was having these issues with my car and I needed brake fluid, but I was having a heck of a time getting the car open, so my uncle was going to help me. So then he asked me what the make and model of my car was. I told him, and then he shows up here with brake fluid for my car. So we throw the brake fluid in and everything, and then we just ended up shooting over to a sports bar over here, just grab some wings and talk, because I definitely wanted to hang out with him again. So there it is, so far 4 dates, and still talking to him, and he still has a personality. I'm excited. But right now I'm wondering if this guy is in the middle of a midlife crisis too, because some of the things that he's doing isn't typical for a man of his age, because he's 49. But I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I'm just excited that I met somebody of the opposite sex, good-looking guy, who I have an interest in. He's interested in me, and he has a personality. Ah! Midlife crisis dating. Not so bad at this point, at least right now. I don't know. So I'll do some more videos and keep you all informed. Alright, so if you know anybody in a midlife crisis who's dating and keeps having the same issues I was having before, problems with finding anybody decent, do absolutely share this video, because maybe it'll give them some hope. And if you're in a midlife crisis and you're dating, go ahead and click subscribe. Follow me along on this midlife crisis journey, midlife crisis dating, and let's see how this stuff works out.